Welcome to Sales Made Easy. It's your friend and mentor in business, sales, and marketing, Devon Gall here. Today we're going to be talking about what it takes to be a top trainer, all right? But before we get started, I just want to congratulate you, all right, for one or two reasons. One, somebody sees something in you, all right? That's why you're at this video. You want to learn how to be a top trainer. That means you're progressing, all right? So congratulations. It ain't easy moving up, all right? So you're doing something right, so good job. Or two, you're not quite there, but you want to be there. That's something you're working toward, and you're taking the initiative and you're learning about the next steps of what it's going to be required to actually be that top trainer once you become one. So way to get a head start. Congratulations. All right. What it takes to be a top trainer. First, the prerequisites. You got to be a killer. You got to be a salesperson. You got to be a person that's making sales. You got to be a person that's consistently above average in your territory and your market and your team. All right. Why? Because no matter how great you are at training, people will only on a large training, you're training a lot of people, a large amount of people you're training, those people are only going to get to about 80% of what you're doing, all right? Some of them will exceed you, some of them will be very talented, but over a large number of people being trained, they're only going to be able to do about 80% of what you do, all right? And if you're average or you're below average, well, that's not going to cut it. The territory needs better. The business needs better. The market needs better, right? The team needs better. So you got to be an above average. You don't have to be the best salesperson, but you do need to be consistently above average. So you're worth duplicating. So great job having that prerequisite already filled out. Number one of being a top trainer. All right, you understand the big picture. You can paint the big picture for the trainee, for the new hire. Right? What got you into the business? Why'd you stick around? Why'd you work hard? Right? Because somebody painted the big picture for you. Somebody had vision, and somebody showed you that and shared their vision. Now you got to have that vision, right? You got to show that vision. You got to share that vision with the new hire, the trainee. All right. Number two, you have an iron attitude or a winning personality. All right. Doesn't mean you have like this rah personality. It just means that you're a winner, that you dig deep and you know how to win, right? And you are unshakable, right? Things don't bother you, right? So focused on goals, not worried about externals. That's part of having an iron attitude. You're staying humble all the time. You're not saying, oh, I've learned it all already. I've already learned everything, right? You're always taking notes. You're always setting the example, right? Even when you know the notes like the back of your hand, even when you know everything like the back of your hand, you're still taking notes because you got trainees all around you, you got new hires all around you. You got to show them how to do it, right? And, failure's temporary. You're able to show that you can work through it, all right? Number three, you got that next level work ethic. You lead by example. Your trainees, you're not going to be with them forever. Your new hires, you're not going to be with them forever. And they're going to take what they learned from you, and they're going to, like I said, do about 80% of what you do. So if you want to set them up for success, you got to be that next level person. If you're only working 40 hours, you're clock in, clock out right on time, and you're punching out right at the bell. Sorry to say, it ain't going to cut it, all right? You're just going to be doing the bare minimum. You're not the next big thing, all right? The bare minimum is not going to get you to where you need to be. You got to be the first one in of the office. You got to be the last one out of the field, all right? Every day when you're with a trainee, you have to show them that's what it takes, all right? And then on top of that, a lot of these trainees, a lot of these new hires are going to fall off. They're not even going to be around. So it's going to feel like you're doing this kind of, and it's like, oh, why did I even do all this? Well, you're doing it for yourself, right? You're going to be successful with or without them. That's what having that next level work ethic's all about. Four, you're great with dealing with other people's attitudes, right? The time for you babysitting your own attitude, that's done. All right, now you got to babysit everybody else's attitude on your little mini team that you're building, right? As a leader. So you're able to reframe the externals, meaning things that happen outside of your control. you're able to reframe those from problems to opportunities and show the trainees how to actually look at things. And then you're also able to show them that externals aren't that important. It's internals. Everything's all based on your internals, and you have rock solid internals. And that's what you're teaching them on how to persist in the field, right? Not being bothered by these things that are outside of our control, not even giving them energy, right? You go the extra mile. You're always going above and beyond, not because I asked you, not because your boss asked you, not because your manager asked you, but you're doing it for yourself, by yourself, because you have big goals, right? That's what being a top trainer is all about, is you have gigantic goals, and you're going to go get them. You're going to get after them, and you're going to do whatever it takes to get after them. And you know that a 40-hour work week in sales is just it's not enough time to do gigantic things when you're making commissions, right? There's so much more time on the clock. You got to get after it, right? Number 6, you have a great image. All right, you understand the power of perception. You understand you are the billboard of the business. It's not just, that you got a great fit. It's not just that you look great. You look great in the field. You look great in the office. You got great posture. You got great grooming. You're wearing the suit, or your shirt's tucked in. I don't know what. Maybe you got a dress code, but you're looking pressed and dressed to impress, right? Not just that though. Maybe you got to take the trainee to lunch. You're going to be with them all day. You're going to take the new hire out to lunch. How's your car? How's your vehicle? It doesn't have to be a brand new Lexus, but it does have to be clean. You can't have Red Bulls all over the floor. Empty Red Bulls, right? You can't have a bunch of empty McDonald bags everywhere. A bunch of empty vape cartridges all over, right? You got to have an image throughout, because the trainee, they're judging you, right? We never prejudge because we're great salespeople, but guess what? Everybody else is prejudging you, including the new hires, right? So your perception is your reality, so make sure you're putting on the best image possible. Number 7, you have vision. You have your own personal vision for yourself, right? You have goals for yourself, and you understand the goals of the business, and you're on a mission, right? You're on a mission. That's why you were sick. You're like, I can't be a rep forever. I got to move up. I'm going to be a leader. I'm going to be a trainer, right? And you can't be a trainer forever either. You got a mission, right? You're going to move up. You got bigger and better things. You're destined for bigger and better things. So that's why you're doing all these things. That's why you're studying. That's why you're learning, right? Number 8, you're a master relationship builder. You can make a friend quickly, right? You're someone that people want to follow. Now that one right there, being somebody that people want to follow, that one's not trainable. All right, with enough time, with a good enough student mentality, you can learn some of these things. Having great image, having great attitude, having great production, being the shining star, right, in the business. People want to follow you. People are attracted to that, right? But if you're doing just one of those things really great and the other things are not clicking, people don't want to follow you, all right? So you have to work, it's the whole package. It's the whole package, right? So you got to be that master relationship builder, and but people just like you automatically because you're freaking awesome, right? Number 9, you have faith. You have faith in yourself. You have faith in your systems that you're teaching because you're using them yourself, and you have faith in your business and your vision, right? Faith is so important because when things happen, when things go wrong, it's your faith that's going to keep you strong. It's your faith that's going to keep you going, right? And number 10 is persistence, being persistent. What does that mean? Having a never quit attitude, meaning never giving up. Because again, your faith is so strong, right? And then being persistent in only resonating with things that are aligning with your vision, right? So if you're doing all these things right and you're like so awesome at everything, but then you go and have water cooler gossip with the trainee about this guy or that girl or this thing or that thing. You just destroyed everything, right? Well, now you're playing around in the mud. Now you got yourself all dirty for no reason at all, right? So you have to resonate with things that make money and things that are within the vision, right? Don't go down into the small stuff. Don't go down and don't concern yourself with the little things. You know what that does too? It teaches the trainee, it teaches the new hire what's important, right? Talking about this, that, and the other thing that don't make money, who cares? Let the people that aren't making money talk about that kind of stuff. All right, we're busy. We're doing stuff. We're going to talk to customers. We're going to talk to potential clients. We're going to talk about goals. We're going to talk about the business. We're going to talk about the vision. We're going to talk about things that matter, right? So appreciate you coming down. Hope you learned something. Now let's go make some money.